Jim is selling his property and the survey shows he's fenced in 3 feet of his neighbor's yard. This is an example of, and so again, we're given 4 selections. So now, again, what we're going to try and do is apply the terms that we learned in our ownership section to the situation that we have. And so basically what we're looking for is the definition of an unauthorized use or occupation of another's property. Unfortunately, this is a similar situation in real estate where a buyer moves into a property and they want to put up a fence, or a buyer moves into a property and they have a fence, and the fence, a lot of times, some of it might be on the neighbor's property, some of it might not be on the neighbor's property, but what we're trying to do is figure out exactly how much of the property that we have. And if there's an unauthorized use or occupation of another's property, somebody built a fence on somebody else's property, that's what we call an encroachment. And typically when you're discovering those encroachments, it's discovered by survey. You've got a survey crew that comes out. They're going to find out what the property lines actually are. And that's where you kind of go, oh, well, I built a shed over here and it moved into my neighbor's yard, or maybe I put up a fence on the back part of the property and I encroached into the adjoining neighbor's property. But that's essentially what happens. It's discovered by survey and constitutes what's called actual notice, which means we can see it with our eyes. We can see the fence, we can see the report, and as a result, that's what we have. So going back to the question, Jim's selling his property and the survey shows he's fenced in 3 feet of his neighbor's yard. What's that the definition of? As we said, that's going to be an encroachment. Now again, you may be asked specific questions about encumbrances or easements or even a license on the property. So we need to know exactly what those are, but this application question gives us the definition or an application of the definition of encroachment.